Hey y'all! In today's video, I'm going to share how I set up the journal I got from the Erin Condren Summer surprise box. So this little journal is a not entirely new product from Erin Condren. Erin Condren does have notebooks that are in this similar, what they call productivity layout, and the difference with this journal is that it's oriented horizontally instead of vertically. So that really was just the main difference. And if you do not have this particular journal, some information about it. If you have ever gotten any of the Erin Condren petite journals, that's exactly how it is. It's the same paper as those, which I believe is also the same paper as their soft-bound planners and soft-bound notebooks. That paper is not the same paper as in the life planner, so it doesn't have tooth. It's a little bit smoother, and this paper does show like shadowing more than regular like Erin Condren life planner paper. So that's why I didn't want to do any kind of mild liner or highlighting or using markers in here. I'm going to, when I do start writing in it, I'm going to use and stick to ballpoint, since that isn't as inky and it won't give me as much ghosting. But the cover also feels exactly like a petite journal, which if you've never held one, they feel so nice. So yeah, I have always journaled in a lined notebook, and the journal that I've been using, I think the one that I've been using was like started in November of 21. It's almost done. I was journaling last night, and I have, I think, 2 or 3 lined pages, not front and back, just like 2-3 pages. So enough for one small entry. I say small because sometimes I journal using like 4 or 5 pages. It just depends on my mood. So I wanted to go ahead and start setting this one up so that it is ready for me when I am ready to start writing in it. This is going to be different. I typically prefer coil. Excuse me. I prefer coil because I like to fold it over. Because when I journal, I'm usually sitting in bed at the end of the day, or when the kids are in school. A lot of times I journal in the car while I'm waiting for them in carpool, and having it fold over, it's just more convenient. It makes it more compact, and so it's going to be interesting. I can fold this one back, of course, so we'll see over time how well these stitches, because it's like a saddle stitch, we'll see how well that holds up over time. But the lined notebook that I'm using now as a journal is from Plum Paper. So if you're familiar with Plum Paper, whether you purchase their planner or you purchase their notebooks, the pages in the front are the same, as far as you will receive 2 spreads of boxes. The first set of boxes will be labeled with months, so you'll have 12 months, and then the next page, when you flip, that spread will have the same boxes, but it will be blank, and you can write it in how you want. So I really liked how I've been using those in my current journal, and what I did in that one is set up the months and use that space to highlight important things that happened during that month. I didn't necessarily write something down in every single month, but let's say like when my sister had her baby and her baby was born, I marked and noted in that month her birthday. So that kind of thing. When we went on vacation to Disney in December during Christmas break, I noted that. And what I've started doing in my journals is I've been using, like, I'll get those custom stickers that you can make from Erin Condren, where you can upload a photo, and I'll stick those in the journal in those spaces, in those boxes. Or when I was using my J&B Living journal, which I'm not right now, I do not have the summer issue, but I did do the winter and spring, and I would put those pictures in after the fact, because obviously I waited until I had photos, and then I would do an order and put some stickers in my EC order, and then I would go back into the journal. So that'll be nice, because I do occasionally look back in my journals, and it'll be nice now to have some photographs in there. It's something I never thought about doing in the past. I've always just written thoughts down, so I wanted to continue doing that here. So that's how this page right here is going to be set up. It's I did columns, and I'm assuming this should be enough space based on how I used it in the previous journal. But yeah, I'm looking forward to filling these in with memories over the next few months. I'm pretty sure this journal is not going to last me like too far into the new year. It seems like I do go through phases where I journal frequently and can fill up a journal really fast, and then other times I am much slower. So even though I made this dated to where it can go all the way till March, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to finish it before the year even ends. So I set it up as if I might go all the way till March, because, you know, like worst case scenario, that's probably, you know, a safe bet if I do have some months where I just do not journal a lot, but it's something I am working on, especially since I am not doing the JMB Living Journal and I'm not doing daily journaling. This page right here that I'm setting up is going to be where I will list out the books that I am reading, when I started, when I finished. I don't read too much, so this is perfect. So I got these Planner Kate date stickers, month stickers, a while ago when I was using undated planners, and I discovered that undated planners are not my preference. My mom will tell you, I am the queen of convenience, and I like to pay attention to how I'm spending my time, and I really did not like how much time I was spending dating undated planners. So I obviously have this whole sheet that is just not getting used, and I had the idea while I was filming this and getting it ready to set up that, wait a minute, like, I have date stickers that I could totally use for this so that I don't have to write it in, because I was going to just write it in on the line, but sticking them on the sticker saved space. And here I decided, obviously there's only 6 columns, but I wanted to make sure I had space for the 9-month duration. And since July's basically already begun and I'm not starting the journal like at the start of July, I decided July and August could go on one column, the first one, which is out of frame, so I'm sorry. And then I started thinking, okay, well, which months would I probably have more photos and events to add? And, Thanksgiving and Christmas are in November and December, so I figured those months deserve their own column so that I can make sure I have enough space for that. Usually I visit family during those times, so need to have room for that. And March ended up with its own. I have a lot of birthdays in March, so we will see if I fill that in, if I even make it that far into this journal. Now I am trying to figure out how I want to set up this page. When I first found the planning community in the beginning of 2021, because I had bought my first Erin Condren and I was looking up videos. I don't know what made me think to look up videos. Anyway, because I was not a YouTube person before, and now I'm always watching YouTube videos about planning. But anyway, so oh my god, I lost my thought. Oh, okay. Reading. So I was oh, that's cool. Some people are creating a space to house books that they want to read. Whereas I basically had things, because I also have a Kindle. I would find a book, and then what I would do is add it to, like, as a sample to my Kindle, and that would kind of be how I would keep track of what I want to read. But I wasn't always like looking through my Kindle samples, or that wasn't the only place I was keeping them. I also had like physical books that I had like in my possession that needed to be read, or that I bought because I wanted to read but then didn't. So there's that. And sometimes I would just take screenshots of books I want to read, and then I would never go back into my photos to look. So I created a page for books I want to read in my planner at that time, but then I never really it just seemed like a waste to have it there and then have to rewrite it in another planner. So having it in the journal to me makes more sense, because I keep my journals. I don't plan on keeping my planners. I might keep them for a little bit but then throw them out. So I don't want to keep anything like memory wise in my planner. So keeping those sorts of things in the journal makes sense. So if I look back on it, I can see, oh, like these are the books that I was interested in reading. And one day I might laugh at them. I really like the color blending effect that they put on the background of these sticker sheets. And I realized that there was just enough sticker on the edges that I could technically use as a sticker. So I went ahead and trimmed them. I don't have one of those like knife pens. I want one, but I have not yet got it. So until I do, this is how I am trimming stickers, at least in this situation. So having one of those would probably have helped. I could have just used a ruler and then just scored it, and it would have been easier that way to peel it off. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like, okay, Erin Condren came out with this color blends design, but then they kept the stickers solid colors. I want them to give us some color blends stickers, other than like the sticker sheet that they have on their site. You know how like they make a sticker sheet for each design. And the color blends, I did purchase that one, and I used it in my content planner for June. And I'm trying to think, because I think I shared a picture on Instagram the other day. I believe that it was in my stories. So yeah, it was in my stories. But yeah, I used it and it was so pretty. So on this page, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use part of it to note, that this is mine. I have my name on it, and I want a space for me to notate the dates so that future me can open it and see what the dates are in like right away. I have that like on all my journals. They are all, well, most of them are. They have like a sticker on the front, like on the actual front of it, on the front cover. I didn't want to put a sticker though on this front cover because it's too pretty. So I will have a space where I can write down the dates, the date ranges over here on the right hand side. But there's gonna be, you'll see in a few minutes, after I decide where I'm gonna stick the sticker, but you'll see I end up leaving a pretty good sized area where I can almost write a really short journal entry. And what I did in the journal I'm in now is, in the very beginning there is a blank page after the boxes, so I used that space to write what the intention of this journal is. And so I could, and I'm thinking about it, do the same thing here and just write a quick little blurb. I might kind of preface like what stage of my life I'm in, so that future me looking back on it, or future kids looking back on it, can see and know what the intent of the journal was and where Mom's headspace was and what her life was looking like when she started. Alright guys, thank y'all so much for watching this journal setup video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you enjoy watching functional planning videos. Remember, Mama, rest is productive, self-care matters, and you matter. Bye.